Hello, people. Welcome to the Moron podcast, episode 1. This is the first ever episode. So today we have myself, we have Dan. Say hi, Dan.
Hi.
We got Jake.
Hello, I am here.
And we got Rob.
Hello.
Great. So, very enthusiastic, lads. But, okay, so...
All tires.
Fair. So, today, we've got a couple things to talk about. So, first off, we've got a couple things. Should we just jump straight into the moronic or not section, lads? Or do we want to...
Let's jump straight into
I'm
it.
not bothered.
Alright, let's jump straight into it then. So, for the moronic or not section today, we got it through an anonymous email. We will never say who it is, for obvious reasons. But we've got a couple suggestions. We've got 5, which is what we're going to try and go for every week, but, patent pending, I guess. So, the first thing on moronic or not, we have the word, and I guess the food as well, steak. As in the cut of meat from cows.
Yes, we know what steak is.
Just
I had steak yesterday.
So,
That's not moronic.
what do we think about steak, lads?
Steak's
What are you
brilliant.
asking me? I can't eat steak.
Rob can't eat it, that is very true. So, Jake and Dan.
Honestly, I don't hate steak, but it's not one of my preferred choices of food.
Fair enough. Dan?
I had steak
I think
yesterday.
it's got a good flavour, but
Thanks for that, Jake. Dan?
Yeah, I was about to say I had steak yesterday. So obviously it's not moronic.
Not moronic? Is that our general verdict for all of us?
It's not moronic.
it's not my personal thing, but it's not moronic.
I would concur that it is not moronic. That is our... Okay, right. So the second one, we've got pie. Just any type of pie.
Again, I can't eat pie.
You can't eat pie?
Not really, it's pastry.
Oh, yeah, true. I guess, Jake and Dan again. What do we think about pie?
I'm not a big fan of pie.
No?
No,
Dan?
moronic.
Depends on the type of pie. I mean, apple pie is quite nice.
We're just going to generalise it and call it pie for now.
What about mathematical pie?
No. Edible pie. Edible.
That's even what?
As in the edible kind.
No, I'm not really a big fan either, to be honest.
Really? Okay. Are we going to say it's moronic? I would give it a...
Yeah.
I'd say it's moronic, personally.
I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing. I think it could go both ways here. Because I think it could go moronic because, well, none of us like it. But it could also go non-moronic because, well, just because we don't like it doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. So, I'd say not moronic. I mean, there are a couple good pies out there, like apple pies and steak pies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we're going to go for not moronic, I think.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so, right, non-moronic. The next one we've got is baths, as in taking a bath instead of a shower. What do we think?
Yeah, I like baths. Baths are good.
Alright.
I pretty much only have showers for the convenience of them, but baths are nice and relaxing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I think baths are a bit more beneficial when it's like winter and it's cold and you're just trying to relax a little bit. A warm bath just sets the mood, honestly.
Wow. Dan?
Yeah, I mean, obviously what they said, baths are obviously more relaxing. As long as I'm not, like, freezing cold, that's what I care about.
See, I actually disagree with you all. I actually think baths are really gross compared to showers. Purely because
Fair enough.
if you look at, like, think about what a bath actually is. It's a tub of water in which you sit in when you're dirty. You're essentially sitting in your own dirt and grease and a bit of water, essentially. So it's not exactly the greatest invention, in my opinion, because you are just sitting in a in a tub of your own dirt and grease. It's pretty filthy, in my opinion. But that's just me. Oh, and also, for the viewers, this is our opinions, so don't take this as in this is fact. This is our opinions on it, so don't cancel us because we said baths are trash. Anyway.
Right then.
Yeah, but who's really going to care about our opinion?
This is
Dream
true.
stands.
This is true. Okay, but yeah, what do we think about baths overall?
Good.
They're alright.
Yeah?
Not moronic.
Okay, we're going to go not moronic.
Not moronic.
My personal view is they're fairly moronic, but hey, we're gonna do this collectively. So collectively, we're going to say not moronic. Right, the next thing is glasses. As in spectacles, as in eyeglasses, whatever you want to call them. Glasses, what do we think?
I don't
Not moronic.
Yet. Sorry.
I mean, I don't think they're moronic. I actually quite like them on certain people. Some people look hideous with them, others don't. So, and plus it improves your vision, even though you should just get good eyes anyway. But anyway.
I mean, I should wear glasses, but I'm going to be honest, mine look hideous on me.
There you go. So some people look good in them, some people, like Dan, just don't. So...
As someone who wears glasses, I honestly prefer how I look in glasses to how I look just with nothing.
Fair enough.
I think they're not moronic.
Okay. I'd go non-moronic as well, purely because it does allow you to see better, especially if you've got poor eyesight. And some people look good in them, others don't, like Dan. But, yeah. I mean, I think they're not moronic. Are we going to go non-moronic, lads, or... Anyone else views on it?
Yeah, we'll go with that. They're essential to some people.
They are essential to some people.
Obviously, they're not moronic.
Yes, so they are not moronic. That is what we've decided for these little things. So, the last one on here is Gumtree. As in the BTEC eBay or the BTEC Etsy or whatever website you go to get random crap from people. Gumtree. What do we think, lads?
I've never used it.
Okay, Jake's never used it. That's always a good sign. Rob?
Never used it.
Never used it. Dan?
No, I've never used it either.
Well, lads, I've got a story for you. So,
Oh boy.
let me run you through this. Okay, so once upon a time. Well, that's a really bad start. So, anyway, I bought a bookshelf on Gumtree fairly recently, yeah? And it was an amazing experience, but I found it really weird because it made me start to think about the way our methods of communication have kind of like changed over recent years. So like, think about it. In like the olden days, I sound so old. In the olden days, if you wanted a bookshelf, you'd just go see, I don't know, Gareth the bookshelf guy. Because he was the guy in your tribe that made the bookshelves, and he had a little bookshelf cave, and he was reputable. But now, any mad bastard can just sell their shit on Gumtree. As like... If you think about it, we're able as a species to like cope with talking and just making fun of people of like 100 or 150 people, yeah? That's kind of like the limit. Any more than that, and it starts to get confusing, right? So that's why we started to, create like abstract constructs like gods and, I don't know, territories to try and, to like unite larger groups of people under any imaginary common factor, yeah? And it works a treat, if you think about it, because we only really gather en masse on special occasions. So, the thing is, this was all going through my head as I'm going on Gumtree, yeah? So, I'm looking for a bookshelf, because when you put something on the search box on Booktree? What the fuck? I'm having a stroke up here, apparently. Gumtree, you put something in search on Gumtree, there's always like a couple of things that you just come up, are just the polar opposite of what you type in. So it's like so it's just like bookshelf, gramophone, combine harvester. It's like, what? Okay. But anyway, on this particular day, I found 2 bookshelves that work for me in terms of cost and, more importantly, geographical convenience. Because I'd be fucked if I'm driving to Ipswich to find a bookshelf. Anyway, so I type in bookshelf and I see the 2 things. So one seller is Kathy and the other is Morgan. Okay, I send them both the same text message saying, "Hello, I saw your bookshelf on Gumtree, is it still available?" Kathy texts back straight away saying, "Sorry, it went this morning." Morgan's response came through a couple minutes later, and it simply read, "It was my wife's bookshelf." Like, how do you respond to that? Aside from the fact that it doesn't answer my fucking question, his use of past tense in that sentence unnerved me slightly. I'm like, I should probably just find another bookshelf. And I noticed you live in the suburb next to me, so I just replied, "Is it still available though?" And he responded with the letter Y. Just a Y. Is he asking me why I want to know if it's available? Or is it a Y for yes, and he's so in the throes of grief that he can't manage the E and the S? I assume it's a Y for yes, so I respond, "Cool, I'll take it. When's a good time to pick it up?" No reply for 15 minutes. So I'm just thinking, he's forgotten about me, I'll move on, find another bookshelf. But when his reply actually does come through, I realise he spent those 15 minutes crafting his response, because it's a fucking thesis. He must have felt so bad about using a single consonant in his previous text that he just massively overcompensated with this one. Also, for some reason, he felt that the use of punctuation entirely unnecessary. So it's just one obscenely long sentence, which reads, "You must come pick up now. I only have short time here at house, and also it wide, so bring van or trailer. And there stair, but I can help you bring downstairs. If you come park out front, walk past ring bell, and help you carry it to trailer or van. I only accept cash. If you do not come now, I will sell it someone else."
Definitely not suspicious.
No, definitely not. So now I'm just thinking, I should just definitely find another bookshelf now, because that's a bit weird. But now I'm fascinated by Morgan, and I simply must meet the man. So before I left, I sent him a message saying, "Cool, I'll be there in 10 minutes. He replied, "Okay," but spelt it O-K-A-Y, which fascinated me more because the fact that he used 4 letters to spell a 2-letter word, but only 1 letter to spell a 3-letter word. So basically, as I'm driving over to his house, I'm trying to picture what he's going to be like. His pitch in English might suggest ethnicity of some sort, but I don't want to racially profile him. So maybe he's an old man who recently lost his wife and he's not very good at texting. And I'm really hoping, in this case, it's neither, and Morgan is just batshit crazy. So I get to his house. So I park out front, walk up past ring bell, and I brace myself for the door to be open, and an old man smoking in a smoking jacket, wearing fishnet stockings and suspenders, just puffing on an opium pipe while a butler creepily polishes a goldfish in the background. I don't know either. And then the door opens, and I'm sorely disappointed. There stands an average Caucasian male in his mid-30s, dressed casually, with some stubble, glasses, designer frames, expensive watch. I immediately think he's an architect, but the house is too cheesy for it. It's like a double-story dollhouse with bay windows. But he's definitely a designer of some kind. Maybe a graphic designer. He's too skinny for manual labour. He's too hip for the public sector. But this can't be Morgan, because Morgan's text messages would suggest that he's not technically savvy. And the man in front of me just says, "Hello, my name is Morgan." So he invites me in, shakes my hand, closed the door, 20 minutes late. Okay, and now in 20 minutes, I'll be witnessing Morgan perform some of the most aggressive acts of violence I've ever seen in my life. And I'll be speeding away in my car, bleeding from the face. This is how this shit went down. So now we get into the actual story. That was just a bit of pretense. So I got to the house. I noticed 2 things immediately. One, this house is in the throes of renovation. Nothing too extreme, but there's drop seats on all the furniture. There's freshly painted walls. There's a bathtub wrapped in plastic wrap in the hallway awaiting installation. So the second thing I noticed, on the way up the stairs, on the second floor of the first floor landing, is a wedding photograph featuring a very cleanly shaven Morgan with a very beautiful bride, very much in love. The photograph is very much on the floor, and the glass in the frame is very much smashed. She's not dead, she's left him. So as Morgan unceremoniously kicks the photo frame to one side on the way up the stairs, I really wanted to pry into Morgan's life and ask heaps of inappropriate questions. but he was clearly a broken man. He had this terrible air of sadness around him, and I didn't want to intrude. Luckily for me, though, I didn't have to, because Morgan immediately began oversharing and told me the whole fucking story. Thank you, Morgan. I shall now hang off your every word and then tell your tale to 100-odd strangers and record it for a fucking YouTube video. Anyway, so he is a graphic designer. He does like massive rebranding campaigns for large corporations. He gets flown all over the world doing this shit, right? So about 4 years ago, a woman hired Morgan to rebrand her florist business, and he did such a great job that she married him. And he thought everything was going fine until about 3 months ago. Morgan had to do a presentation in Sydney, in Australia, but was on his way home from overseas and he got stuck in Dubai due to a flight cancellation, right? So rather than cancel the meeting, Morgan decided to suggest to these businessmen in Sydney that they do a Skype chat because he's so technologically savvy despite his fucking baffling text messages. So Morgan checks into a hotel, cracks open his laptop and starts Skyping with a room full of businessmen in Sydney who are watching Morgan on a massive screen in their boardroom wall, right? So the file he wants to show these guys is on the desktop of his home computer back in his home office in Gidea Park, yeah? And he decides to live share the desktop of his home computer on the Skype chat. He knows how to do that because he can control his computer remotely from anywhere in the world. It's not particularly new technology. But Morgan makes it sound so impressive. So this room full of businessmen are watching keenly like, Margaret, bring in some biscuits, there's some newfangled shit going on in here. But as Morgan brings the desktop up on his computer on the Skype chat, now Morgan, what Morgan doesn't realise is that his wife has been using the photo booth app on that particular computer to take pictures of herself. To take naked pictures of herself. Doing some pretty fucked up shit. So it's embarrassing to say the least. So, to those of you who are familiar with the photos, so with the photo booth app, you'll know that how it works is it accesses the built-in camera of your computer and click a button to take a photo and when you're standing in front of the screen. And if you know that, you also know that if you leave the application open, the camera also stays open, witnessing whatever may be happening in front of the computer in real time, such as your wife, in your home office, having sex with your best mate. So Morgan goes on to tell me, Morgan goes on to tell me she's keeping the house, his former best mate is moving in, and while they're out for the day happily shopping for fittings, Morgan must suffer the indignity of moving his shit out and selling the stuff they don't want on Gumtree to this guy. So this is the point in the story where Morgan starts crying. He breaks down, and I do not blame the man. It's fucking horrible. I just want to give him a big hug and say, everyone's going to be alright, Morgan, yeah? But I'm holding the full weight of a bookshelf halfway down a set of stairs, and Morgan is the only thing stopping that bookshelf from caving my fucking face in. So he manages to pull himself together for about 8 seconds, and then he just let the bookshelf go. I fell backwards, it literally rolled over me and took out the light hanging above the staircase. I'm now lying on my back, getting showered in broken glass, as the bookshelf falls end over end and goes right through a freshly painted wall at the bottom of the stairs. So I've got a tiny cut on my forehead which is just pissing blood for some reason. Apart from that, I'm completely fine. Morgan, however, he's not fine. Morgan is the opposite of fine. Something happened when the bookshelf launched itself into the wall. His sadness just went away in a second and he just started pissing himself laughing. Hysterical. And he has the creepiest laugh I've ever heard in my entire life. So I'm just standing there saying, oh, well, this is weird. It's a bit unfortunate as well. And he's just standing there just going, just doing some creepy ass fucking demonically possessed laugh. So we extract the bookshelf from the wall. The bookshelf, incidentally, showing no signs of having just rolled down a staircase and smashed through a wall. So we're carrying it out to my car. We had to stop about 6 times because Morgan had to stop and laugh his creepy undertone. So we got to my car, put it on the trailer, and Morgan was in such a great mood, he let me have the bookshelf for free. That's where the story should end. So So there was something about the bookshelf going through the wall that flipped the fucking switch in Morgan's head. And now he's hungry for more destruction. So as I start tying the bookshelf down to my trailer, Morgan just strolls over to like an upright mailbox on the front lawn and just starts trying to wrench it out the ground. Really putting his back into it as well. He's not half-arsing it. So he pulls it out of the ground, wielding it like a fucking battle axe. He starts smashing up the front garden, beheading the daisies, fucking up the lavender. I'm just like, hey Morgan, you might want to stop and think about that for a minute. He literally wheels around, looks at me like fucking Jack Nicholson chasing Shelley Duvall up the stairs in The Shining, and said, why don't you mind your own fucking business? So I just go back to vigorously tying knots, but as Morgan nonchalantly strolled up the driveway, rolled up the garage door, puts the mailbox through a windshield of an Audi? An Audi? But I must admit, I kind of rushed my knot tying a little bit. I get in my car, about to drive off, looking at the house going, oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. And then an armchair smashed out of an upstairs window and rolls down the driveway. I didn't want to call the police on him. I also didn't want to let him trash the house. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to go talk to Morgan. So I got out of my car, I walked up the driveway, got into the garage, and there's a conjoining door that leads into the house, and I can see up the staircase. And I'm just saying like, Morgan, Morgan. Kind of like I'm calling a cat for its dinner. Then I noticed a small trickle of water coming from the top step, and a little bit more, and then quite a lot of water, just pissing down the stairs like a shitty water feature. Then Morgan appeared on the top step, holding a hammer, and starts running at me with it. Runs straight past me and made a beeline for my car while laughing hysterically. He spins around, and I just said, check, and literally just shout to me, I just checked my phone. She texted me 15 minutes ago saying she'll be here in 15 minutes. We gotta go! And then gets into my car. So I run down the drive to get in the driver's seat and just ask what was with the water. And he just goes, I plugged all the sinks and turned all the taps on. I just go, oh, that's fucked up. And he shouts, just drive! So I took off very quickly and I turned down the end of his road, and the bookshelf rolls off my trailer and explodes into a guardrail. And it just exploded into a shower of badly tied knots and broken dreams. So me and Morgan just left it there. Like a little breadcrumb for his ex-wife to find on her way home, destroyed gingerbread house. I dropped Morgan off at a train station. I have never seen him again. That's it. I have never seen him again to this day.
What train station did you drop at?
Gidea Park.
Oh, okay.
I don't imagine why you'd want to see the guy again.
I mean, he was a pretty funny guy. Well, crazy, but funny.
Sounds like he had issues.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, his wife did just leave him for his best mate.
I mean, like, I don't know. Mental health issues. If you can just go from sadness to laughing, and here, have this free, and then break everything, and then get in your car. It's a very interesting story.
I mean, yeah, it is very. And you want to know the best part about it?
What?
I made it up.
You didn't even get the shower.
I made it up.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not true.
Yeah, Morgan's not real.
Oh,
Yeah, no, there is no Morgan. It's so unsatisfying, though, isn't it? That when someone tells us a really interesting story, and then he just tells you, oh, it's not true. It's really
I'm not
unsatisfying.
gonna lie. I thought you got it off Reddit or something, because I knew you didn't have a car.
No, the thing is, though, is that why is it unsatisfying to know that a story is untrue? But at the end of a fictional novel, you feel satisfied with it. Why is that? We don't know. We're not going to get into the philosophy of things, because that would be a lot of effort for all of us. But yeah.
No, I mean, it's probably like, when you tell a story, we all think it's real. Like we want it to be real, because it'll sound more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's probably the reason. I don't know.
So did any of you actually picture it? Viewers at home and or fellow podcasters?
Yeah, I did.
Did any of you see Morgan in your head? Any of you picture Morgan and his destroyed
I didn't picture
house?
Morgan. I didn't picture Morgan. I pictured the leader of the Conservative Party. I forgot his name.
Boris Johnson.
No, not Boris.
That's the leader of the Conservative Party.
Oh, fuck, wrong guy. Not Conservative, sorry. Labour.
Jeremy Corbyn.
No, not
him.
Jeremy Corbyn. Keir Starmer is the current leader of the Labour Party, lads.
No, I was pitching Jeremy Corbyn. I don't know my politics, sorry.
Lovely. So,
frankly, I don't give
if any
much
of you
a shit.
did like that story, be sure to let us know. But
if you didn't cry about it,
yeah, if you didn't cry about it, like we're not cutting it out. So,
like if you cry every time.
So I mean, I thought that was a good little story to end off the little moronic or not section off. The moronic or not section, by the way, viewers, you guys can comment, email, message us on Instagram, whatever you can do, and just put 5 random ass things in the email, comment, message, whatever, and we will go through a bunch of them and do exactly what we did there, and maybe make up a little story. Probably not, but we never know.
I've got a story of my own.
Go on then. This is this is turned into story time with the Moron.
Oh yeah, story time. Story time.
You know what? That's what we're calling this episode, lads.
Oh yeah, story time.
Go on then, Dan. Go for it.
Okay, it's my maths teacher's story.
That's never good.
But him and 2 of his friends, one of them is now a multi-millionaire. The other was on The Apprentice, but was the first to be booted out.
Oh, right.
So what happened is they mucked about in uni so much. So for 4 years they planned to fake a car crash.
Wow.
And in the 5th year, it was like a couple of hours before their uni exam.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did, they thought, we're not going to study in the library because we'll only get through one module. So they got in their car and decided to fake a car crash.
Lovely.
So it was the multi-millionaire guy. He was the driver. So they ran their car into a sign.
Lovely.
So it literally just scraped the car. So they call the ambulance. The ambulance are like, mate, well, why even ring us? Like, it's barely anything's happened. And get this, the guy that was on The Apprentice came out, poured hot coffee down himself.
Wow.
And that was enough to convince the ambulance that they shouldn't sit their exam.
Wow.
oh wow.
Honestly,
That guy went to
that doesn't surprise me at all. It really doesn't.
the guy went to Oxford.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Imagine going to Oxford University and just completely just going, nah, fuck it, I'm a fake car crash, I'm not going to do my A-level. Nope, not my A-level. My uni degree course thing, whatever you do at uni.
Yeah, finals.
Yeah, finals, that's the one. So, lads, obviously this is episode 1. So, there's a little... So, yeah, this is always fun for us because it's the start of, obviously, a new podcast, which is going to be quite fun for us. So, if you guys have any suggestions in the comments and or email and or message us on Instagram. But, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what we can add, what we can improve upon, just let us know. I mean, this is our podcast as much as it is yours. We might get guests on in the future. We don't know. Try and let us know about how you guys feel about that.
I've already lined up a guest. I've already got a guest
That's
lined
still
up.
in the review stage. We don't know if we're going to do guests. We might, because I feel like it would make it very interesting, but we might not. So we might give it a while yet before we get on a guest. If we're going to get on a guest, we'd probably do... I don't know. We don't know who we do, but we'd probably just do it every 10 episodes or something, or every 5, or just whenever they can, really. Yeah, it will just make it a bit more entertaining, I think, for you viewers. So if you guys want to become a viewer, if we choose to do viewers, if you guys do want to become a guest on the More an Hour podcast, we can. There will be a link to probably a form in the description, essentially just giving you all the details and making sure we take no responsibility for anything you say, so we don't get cancelled. But other than that, Yeah, I mean, you can let us know about pretty much everything. So, lads, anyone got an interesting topic to talk about?
If I could,
Go on,
Yeah,
then.
sure, go ahead.
Go on then.
I got my jab this morning.
Oh wow, you got your COVID jab. Well done. You are now disease-ridden. Well done. Well done.
A lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but I don't think I'll get mine.
Well,
Or at
there goes the
least
podcast.
not
We're
right
already
now.
cancelled, lads. It's been we're half an hour into the first episode, and we're already cancelled. Let's go.
At least not yet. I don't really trust it yet. I don't think it's been through enough testing.
I mean, yeah. Like, people believe what they want to believe. I mean, if you want to do that, feel free. Bear in mind, viewers, this is our opinions on everything.
Honestly?
This is not a way to get your news. This is not a way to get your fact. Don't act like us. We're professional morons, hence the name of the podcast.
I am stupid.
If I
anyway.
could add to what Rob was saying, like I'm willing to accept what Rob believes about this, opposed to some random Karen on Facebook.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Because at least, because Rob's saying that he's not getting his yet, he just wants to give it a bit more time. Whereas the Karens are acting like, oh, you get it in your body, the government tracks everything you do the second it enters.
Well, not gonna
Because,
lie,
yes,
they
the
already
government-
do. When we go on websites, it's like cookies, accept them or not. It's like, alright.
And pretty much every device you have.
Yeah, I was going to
Also
say,
not to
government
mention,
track you using your
apparently-
phones and laptops and all this shit already anyway, so if you do want to get tracked
Also
for free,
not to mention-
there's more tracking anyway, so...
And not to mention, do we really believe that the government have somehow managed to find some kind of chip that turns from liquid to solid within seconds of entering the human body?
No,
You know what,
they're-
there's
I
more-
think their
I've
whole
seen
thing
more
behind it
crazier
is
stuff.
Nanobots, no? I thought the whole thing behind it was nanobots.
I don't know. I've seen more crazier things in the world than this, okay? So, even if it's true, I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, I think we all have. I think we've all seen some pretty crazy shit going on. But again, that could just be my life and the fact that I've done very little. What do we think about the new Google loadout? The Google
Google?
Yeah, because they changed it. So now you can have like Google profiles instead of Google accounts. It's like if you've got several Google accounts, you can create profiles within it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Much more convenient.
I mean, it can be, but it can also be very confusing because, like, if you're trying to go from... If you've signed into one email and then it signs you into another randomly, it's not exactly going to be helpful to you, is it? Like, if you're on a business meeting, similar to, like... I don't know, if you're just on a business meeting, you try to load up your drive, oh, that's my personal one, great. Now every businessman knows that we've got some weird shit. Lads, do we want to do a tier list today?
Yeah, sure, go
sure,
ahead.
yeah.
I've got
Alright.
nothing else to do.
Okay, right then.
Hey, wait. Let me boot up tierlist.com.
No, I've got some booted, don't you worry. Let me...
Okay.
Viewers, you will not be able to see what I am about to do because obviously there is no video to this. At the end, we will put a we're basically just going to put the final product up on your guys' screen so you can actually see what we're doing. Okay, so we've got a little chocolate bar tier list that we've got. We will put the final product up on your guys' screen so you can actually see what our opinions are, but we're gonna talk through it anyway. So the first things first, we've got the standard Cadbury's Dairy Milk. The standard Cadbury's Dairy Milk. How do you think?
I don't like it.
So let me just go through the tiers quickly. The tiers are amazing, good, okay, I'd rather not, and Binham.
Binham.
So where would
I'll
you
probably
place
say
standard
amazing.
Cadbury's Dairy Milk?
I'd say mid.
I'd say Binham.
Okay.
No, I say amazing. They're amazing.
I would say amazing as well. So we're gonna put them roughly in. We're gonna put them in okay, purely because that way it's in the middle. We are gonna put this as a cohesive thing. So is everyone okay with okay? Should it be higher? Should it be lower?
I guess that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Da-
I think that's right.
Good.
I should say I don't like chocolate a lot, so most of these will probably be.
Oh, this is going to be fun then. So the next one we got is Dairy Milk Caramel.
I love caramel.
Okay.
I love caramel in general, so that's going to be very high from me.
Just because it's caramel, okay.
Okay.
No, I'm going to say amazing as well. I'm going to say amazing as well.
Okay.
That's probably even better.
So that's 1 okay, 2 amazing. So we're going to put it in good, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're going to put that in good because it suits. Now we've got Dairy Milk Freddo. Now, I'm going to be honest,
Nah.
I actually don't think these are that great. Especially for the price. I think it's like, I know it's gone up in recent years, so I think it's about like 20, 30p per Freddo now, which I think is awfully stupid. So I think I'd put it in bin. I'd put it in Bin'em, because it is just essentially dairy milk in the shape of a frog and is a bit more expensive.
I'd probably say okay. I mean, I don't usually have them, but they're not bad.
Yep.
They serve the purpose if you just fancy a little bit of chocolate, but why would you buy it?
There's better options.
I'm just... okay, we'll put it in I'd rather not then.
Yeah.
Before anyone slates us for that, this is a tier list. This is our opinion. That is the beauty of tier lists. You can have
how
a
many
different
times are you
opinion.
going to say
This is just our collective opinion. So, I mean... So, don't slate us for it. This is our opinions. You can have different ones. That's about it, really. Right. Next up, we got Cadbury's Fudge Bar. So just standard fudge.
Very good. I love
Yeah.
them. Very good.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
So where would we put them? Should we put them in amazing, good, okay?
Amazing.
Good or amazing.
I say they're okay, but that's mostly because that seems to be the only fudge bar that gives me a headache sometimes.
Alright, we'll put it in good then. We'll put it in good. I think that'll be fine. Right, next we got Cadbury's Chomp. The Chomp little bars.
No, that's the very bottom.
It's kind of like a stretch.
Yeah, I'd put that in Bin'em personally. I mean, they were good,
Right.
Yeah.
but I just
I
don't
agree.
think
I don't eat them a lot, so
Yeah,
I just
no,
agree
I think they're
with
just
it.
a bit too tough sometimes, because I know it's toffee.
Yeah,
Like, if you put it in
right.
the fridge, that stuff solidifies and it's like chewing on a rock. It's not
I
good.
do. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. So next up we got Curly Whirly, which is basically
Yes,
the same thing,
love 'em.
except it's got holes in it.
No,
S.
the very bottom.
No, I
Again.
love curly whirlies.
It's the exact same thing as Chomp, so we put the Chomp in Bin'em. So, which one do we want to put this in? I'd put this in I'd rather not, because I still think it's slightly better than Chomp.
Fine.
Yeah. I don't actively go out of my way to choose it.
No.
I'm not there like, oh my god, a curly whirly.
Yeah. I never go into a, like, what's it called? I never go into, like, bargain booze and be like, oh, no way, they got curly whirlies. I definitely want one. They're just like, they've got curly whirlies. All right, cool. I'll pick some.
Oh, when I go into bargain booze, I don't even go to the chocolate. I just go to the sweets.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Viewers, if you do have any ideas for tier lists, do let us know. Because so far we've got 4 and we're using 1 already. So do let us know of what you want us to do a tier list on. But next up, we've got Cadbury's Twirl.
Yeah, that's good or amazing.
Wait,
In a business,
hey,
dude.
is Cadbury's 12 the ones where it's like flake, but it's covered in chocolate at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah. pretty
Oh, I
much.
hate those, because I bit into one and I thought it was solid, it's just flake. No, I don't like them.
Okay, Rob puts them in bin. Where would
What
the rest of us go?
Yeah, cry about it, Jake, cry about it. You can't, you get a headache from a fudge bar.
This is
Who's
true.
we?
That specific one, though.
Yeah, you still get a headache from it.
Okay, right, lads. Where would we put the Cadbury 12 bar? I'd put it in okay.
Just-
No, I'll probably put it in good or amazing.
I'll put it in
Amazing.
Bin'em.
Okay, so
No, I agree with Jake.
so we got 2 amazings, 1 okay, and 1 Bin'em. So we're gonna put them in good because it balances it.
Yeah.
So we got Cadbury's Whisper up next.
Never had one.
Mm.
The
Never.
whispers are alright.
I used to think they were like the greatest thing back in the day, but nah, not really.
Probably
I've
put it
actually
in
never
okay.
really liked Whispers that much.
They're okay, but again, they're not my main choice.
Fair enough. Okay, I'd put it in I'd rather not or okay, personally.
I'll put it in okay.
I'd put it in okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put it in okay. Right. Now we've got Cadbury's Double Decker.
I'd rather not. I've had one, liked it, but I'd rather not.
Alright. Dan?
Yeah, I'm with Rob on this one.
I like double deckers actually.
Yeah, I quite like them. I put it in good. I
But-
wouldn't put it goated, but I put it in good.
Good.
I can.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, so we got 2 I'd rather not and 2 good, so we're going to put it in okay as a balance. So now we got Flake. Cadbury's Flake.
I'll put in okay or good, mainly because I know what I'm getting this time.
Yeah, because whenever someone says flake to me, all I think of is the classic 99 you get with ice creams. So
Yeah,
I'd probably
also
put that in
that's
good.
also good about it. You can put in ice creams. You could say that about the 12 as well, but I mean, nah.
No, you can't really put a twirl in a flake because a flake is longer and thinner than a twirl.
Yeah, I guess I don't.
I feel like a twirl would probably work. I feel like a twirl would probably work better if you're going for a specifically chocolatey mix. But I think the generic flake works best with vanilla.
Yeah.
Too much.
So,
If you're gonna go like over chocolatey, chocolate ice cream, you put the twirl in because you get a bit more chocolate with it.
I put flake in good personally.
I'll probably
Yeah,
put it in okay
yeah, I agree with
because
that.
it just goes everywhere.
I just don't like too much chocolate or a
Alright,
lot of chocolate.
we'll put it in okay as a balance. I feel like we're gonna have a lot in okay, by the way. Right, next we got crunchy.
I love
Yeah,
crunchies.
I like
I like.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't
Everyone
like about
loves crunchy. Everyone loves
crunchy.
the honeycomb in the middle. Everyone loves a crunchy.
Crunchy, yes.
Everyone loves a crunchy. We're gonna put that.
Sometimes they
straight
make
in
my-
amazing.
Sometimes they shred the roof of my mouth, but I mean that's worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, now we got Twixes. I will accept nothing lower than good. I don't care. Twixes
Yeah,
are goated.
good. I was about to say I didn't have one, but then I remember I have had one. They're actually quite good. I do
They're
like
really
I'll
them.
probably put it in
Got it, in
amazing.
my opinion.
Yeah, I'd go amazing.
Yeah, I think they're brilliant.
Yeah. So next up we've
Wait,
got.
I got no. Before we move on, I've got to ask something.
All right.
Left Twix or right Twix?
That's just a marketing thing. It's not actually real. You know that, guys.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm with the left Twix. I'm left. I'm a leftist.
Oh god, Rob's a lefty. I'm obviously gonna go right.
This is fun.
Oh god, Rob's the leftist. That's getting taken out of context.
All right, let's no clipping these guys. No viewers, no clipping these. No making shorts. No making YouTube
Just
shorts on our
Too late.
stuff. Yeah, it's already been clipped.
Too
We already
late.
know this. Right, now we've got the Milky Way.
By me.
The Milky Way bars.
I think they're pretty good. Actually.
I like them, especially since
Yeah,
they're
they're good.
inside the Milky Way.
Yeah, I do. I'd put them in good or okay. I don't really mind which. Which one we going for?
I don't.
Okay.
Not
No good,
I
sorry.
do like.
All right, we'll put them in okay. Nope, we'll put them in good rather. Right, bounties. I don't care what anyone says. I know people say like, "Oh, I hate bounties because coconut." Who gives a damn? They're good. Bounties are goated.
I think they're okay.
I've never had one.
Bin.
Never.
Shut up, Jake,
had
you're
one.
wrong.
I
Going
never had
amazing,
one.
I
Bin
don't
them
care.
and
I'll put them in
I
good.
can't. I
I'll
don't
put
think I
them in
can
good.
have
I'll
them
go
because
for
it's
it.
coconut. I don't think I can have them because they're
Bin
coconut.
them and throw them in a fire.
No,
Jake Sharp,
you're
no one
wrong.
cares.
I think
Right,
they're okay.
now we're moving on to Nestle now. So now we've got Nestle's Milky Bar.
Right.
So this is the
White
white
chocolate's
chocolate
okay,
stuff.
but just because it's Nestle, bin them.
No, Milky Bars are sick.
Milky Bars are good.
Milky
But
Bars are
Nestle
goated.
aren't.
Nestle on exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Jake's with me. Jake's seen.
Nah, you know what?
the
Nah,
documentary.
we're putting them in good.
Okay, you're supporting Nestle. Everybody cancels Zach.
Oh,
He
shut up.
supports Nestle.
We're talking about the chocolate bar, to be fair,
Right.
not the company.
Kit Kat.
It's still Nestle.
Nestle's Kit Kat.
Oh, Kit Kat's amazing.
Yep, amazing.
Hands down. That's
I,
what
li- I,
we
I like. I love Kit Kats, but it's Nestle.
Rob, stop with this whole Nestle thing. Just do it based on
Fine.
food.
Fine, it's good.
I'm going to put it in amazing.
Yeah,
because they are goated.
Kit Kats are amazing.
Like, they are a classic. Right, now we've got the Kit Kat Chunky.
Same thing, but bigger.
Yeah.
I'll probably still put it in the same. I think they're
I put this
quite
one
nice.
in good. I don't think it's as good, but I still think it's
What
good.
do you mean it's bigger?
No, because you actually get
Honestly,
less. Me and my mates worked it out. I know how sad that sounds, but me and my mates worked it out.
Oh,
Where you actually get more in a 4 bar of Kit Kat than you do in 1 bar of Kit Kat Chunky.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
You get more chocolate
Shit.
and more wafer.
Honestly, though, the Chunky is the Kit Kat that you eat when you're overcompensating.
Would you do like deconstruct the Kit Kat and just be like, yeah, there's more chocolate in this?
No. We just worked it out based on the calories and stuff.
Fair enough.
But right, now we got Nestle's Aero. Just the basic Aero, the standard chocolate one.
That's
I don't
good.
really eat them.
I hate that. The basic one's disgusting.
I'd put it in okay. Like I wouldn't pick it, but it's like if someone gave it to me, I wouldn't be like, oh fuck this. It would be like, okay, I'd still eat it. So I'm gonna put it in okay for me. Everyone happy with that?
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, we're just gonna put it in okay. Right, now we got Aero Mint, so the green packeted one.
I
The
like
mint is goated.
I love mint.
The mint is pretty good, to be fair. I'd put that in good if I were there.
Honestly, any chocolate, any kind of mint chocolate, I love. I just love how mint and chocolate mix.
Fair enough. Right, then what we got? We got the Aero Orange. This is goated. I don't care. This is goated.
I don't like chocolate and orange.
I'll probably put it in good.
Yeah, I'd put it in good as well.
Yeah.
Because it is better than the standard one, and I reckon it's on the same level as mint. Right, now we've got Snickers.
No, I never
Ugh.
Yeah,
hate
no, they're
Snickers.
vile. They are vile.
I can't eat them because they got
I-
nuts in them.
We've all said ill, so bin them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Right, Mars bars.
That's what
Mars
I
bars
do
are
because
good.
I can't eat them.
Mars
Mars.
bars.
I think they're okay.
I think
Yeah,
they're okay.
same. I think they're okay.
I'd put them in okay, yeah.
So literally, sometimes at lunch, I'll get like halfway through one and just throw the rest away because I cannot eat that much Mars.
Right, we're going to leave this one for last, lads. But, right, picnic. We've got picnic bars.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever had one.
I've never had one, but
No.
I actually don't think they're that great. I think I've had
Actually-
one years ago and I didn't like it. So
I've never had one.
Can I just Can I just say something quickly?
Mhm.
The rest of these bars I've never had.
Wow.
So there you go.
Right, where will we put a picnic bar?
Bin.
Yeah, I'd
Bin.
Yeah, bin.
Good.
Okay, standard Galaxy then. Just standard
Oh, that's
Galaxy.
good. Amazing. Amazing.
Went to the top.
Alright. And we got the Galaxy Ripples.
I'll probably say they're okay.
Yeah, I'd say they're okay.
Yeah.
Where they're not the greatest, they're not the worst. They tried to do a flake
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It's
but
basically
they
just
kind
a
of
12
failed.
but Galaxy.
Yeah, it's kind of like they tried to mimic the flake, but didn't do it too well. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best. Now we've got Terry's Chocolate Orange. Next, we've got Terry's Chocolate Orange.
I think they're amazing. I like
I
orange.
really like them. I do like them.
Yeah.
You get a lot for
Yeah,
your
they're
money.
good. More
Because usually they're
in
about
that
£1,
regard.
and you get, what is it? I think it's 12 or... What is it? I think it's 12 or 15 segments.
Good.
You get quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, you get a decent amount of segments for essentially £1.
It's going
So
good.
you do get your money's worth. So I'd put them in good, if not amazing.
There's actually 20 segments.
Is there 20?
20. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, yeah, then they're definitely going in amazing then. Amazing for money, amazing for food, amazing for taste. Right, now we've got Toblerone.
Oh, Toblerone's amazing.
Yeah,
Hands down.
My dad
Toblerone is
loved-
pretty good.
My dad likes them, so I guess
Oh,
I'll go in.
Goated.
So, okay, where are we putting this? Are we putting it in good or are we putting it in amazing?
Amazing.
Alright,
Okay, amazing.
amazing.
I have no objection to that.
Alright, the last one we've got on here, I know I'm missing a couple, but these are the ones that are fairly mainstream and I'm assuming we've all had, well, at least most of us. I know I'm missing what's it called? Galaxy Caramel, but we can always add that in post. But the last one we've got is the Yorkie bar. The very controversial changed logo, because the slogan used to be for Yorkie, not for women. Or just for men or something.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was very controversial a couple years ago. But,
It's a Burger King moment.
yeah, it's kind of like that.
I mean, like, let's be real for a minute. I'm surprised it wasn't sorted out sooner.
Nah,
Because
to be fair though, no one really cared. Because if you think about it, like, how many people... Like, the world has changed so much over recent years. I mean, it's gotten kind of ridiculous. It's like, you've got to include everyone in every little thing, otherwise you're against them. It's like, that's not how it works. But, whatever. I'm not going to get into the politics of it, because that would get very messy very quickly and would definitely get me cancelled. But, right, Yorkie bar. Where are we going to put it?
I reckon they're quite good, actually.
I really like the Yorkie bar, so I'm going to put them in amazing for me.
Yeah, they are really good.
They're your standard, like, if anyone says, like, what do you want from the tuck shop? Always Yorkie, Haribo, whatever. Yorkie, goated. Anyone object to that?
No.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I've never
that.
had one. The only thing I can say is I hate York.
You hate York?
Yes.
I've been to York, it's a nice place. Okay, right then, viewers. The image for the tier list should be on screen for you now. And if it's not, well, basically just go through and listen to everything that we've just said again. Give us more views and money. But yeah, other than that, that is our chocolate bar tier list. It should be on screen now so you can see them in all their glory. If you have any major changes to our tier list, so if you want to go, and don't make it a small change either, make it a fairly big change. So if it's like, I'd put don't make it so it's like, I'd drop Crunchy down by 1. Make it so like, I'd put, I don't know, Twix down to Bingham, or make them like, basically, if it's a drastic change, let us know. If it's a tiny one, don't bother. So, feel free to edit this how you wish, take this how you wish. I mean, the beauty of a tier list is, it's entirely opinion-based. You can have your own opinion. This is just our collective opinion. So, you can't cancel us for it, because it's opinions. And we all know how opinions are nowadays. So, we've got one more topic to talk about. That should fill us up for the hour, which is a game we've recently started to play and have interactions with, which is Quiplash. Not many people have heard of this game. It's a very interesting game. We're not sponsored by them, so I don't think this is a sponsored thing. We're not getting paid for this. We just think it's a pretty cool game that we've all started to play. And, yeah, we'd like to talk about it quick. So, anyone want to start this off?
If I could,
Go on then.
Jackbox, the company Jackbox is responsible for Quiplash, and Jackbox also have a bunch of other like party-esque games. Which, honestly, if you whip them out at a party, you are just you're just the life of the party, because the entire point of them is just for Quiplash mostly it's Cards Against Humanity, just slightly different.
I wouldn't really say it's Cards Against Humanity, but yeah.
I mean, Cards Against Humanity is a very interesting game. Quiplash is kind of similar, but except instead of
you got to come up with your own thing.
Instead of the white card, it's you kind of make up your own prompts essentially. There's like 2 people or however many people create prompts for it, and then it's So it's a very interesting game. We're not sponsored by them, nor will we probably ever be, because I doubt we're ever getting that big. But actually, viewers, we do want to thank you. We do want to thank you, because on episode 0 of the podcast, we did get an increase in subscribers, so thank you. We did get a fairly large amount of views for what we thought it was going to be. We did get in and around 40 to 45 views, which we're very happy with, so thank you for that. We are very appreciative of that support. And we would like to continue this, so if you guys keep up that support, that would be great. We are just going to do a quick little sellout thing. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all that jazz. Comment, like, you know the typical YouTuber thing. But yeah, thank you for the support. It's been amazing so far. We will continue to do this for as long as we can, and I guess thank you. Anyone else got a little thing on that? Anyone else got a little comment on it?
You summarised it perfectly.
So yeah, if you guys could keep up that support, it would be amazing. It is very nice for us to see something that we've all been working on, to have some life to it, which is quite nice. And I guess this is your way of kind of keeping in contact with us, I guess. So do feel free to message us or comment or email or whatever, so that way we can be in contact with you guys and see what your improvements are of the podcast and how you would run things. Because we are looking to get a couple guests on, if that goes through the review process. So if you guys do want to become a guest, there might be a little form in the description for you guys to fill out. So you guys might be able to come on the podcast. Again, we'll see how the review process goes. But other than that, are we all done, lads? Is this good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, thank you for listening to the first episode of the Moron Hour podcast. It has been great fun talking to the lads and talking to you guys as well. It's nice to hear some of your feedback for the podcast, and a massive thank you to the subscribers. But other than that, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. You know, the whole trio. But other than that, guys, thank you all for listening. And tune in next week for episode 2, where we will hopefully have some more stuff to talk about. It's been brilliant. Thank you all for listening. Goodbye.